Tonight's Prime Focus, we're taking you to one of the last free public spaces in the United States that acts as a refuge for those seeking shelter, a lifeline to internet access and technology, and a place to make critical connections with people who can help. At the forefront of our country's homelessness crisis is the public library and their workers who are bridging the gap for so many. ABC's Jaclyn Lee shows us how.
From the outside, this place may seem ordinary. Just another library filled with generations of stories, a sanctuary for silence. This one sits on the outskirts of Philadelphia, in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. This building is a critical lifeline for some.
How are you?
Good, how you been?
Good, haven't seen you in a while.
We are everything to everybody. We are a place for the children to come in after school, so it becomes a hangout spot in our teen area. For the seniors, it's a place where somebody can help them load their phone. For the people that are unhoused, to come near to use our free Wi-Fi, our electricity, to get heat, air conditioning. Of course, we have books, you know.
Have you tried breaking bread at 107 Long Lane?
But there is more here than just chapters on pages. It tells the story of refuge for those with nowhere to go.
You can only go there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
On the front lines are people like Donna Fontaine.
It's first come, first served, so you need to be over there. You're welcome. It happens so often that I forget it happens. Like, I'm just so used to dealing with it.
Donna is the branch manager here in Upper Darby. She has become a familiar face to the dozens of people that walk through the doors of the municipal branch library each day, many of them turning to her in their most desperate times.
Do you feel like you are on the front lines of the homelessness crisis in America?
Yes. We're close to Philadelphia, and we're also close to 2 shelters in our area. So we see a lot of them come in. Some we see for years and years, some we'll see periodically.
The public library has become one of the last free resources left in the United States. The access to internet, technologies, books, even electricity that libraries provide are essential for all patrons, but are particularly life-changing for those experiencing extreme poverty and homelessness.
When you got into this industry, did you ever expect this?
No, but it's one of the reasons I stayed. I did not expect it. I didn't realize the ramifications of so many people being unhoused, that they would need resources like this. We see an influx of people all the time, and they may be unhoused for 3-6 months, and they'll move on to something else. But we gave them sometimes the tools and the resources and the opportunity to apply for the housing, to apply for the jobs, to be able to move on to the next step.
We might slide our belongings back here so we're not bringing all that baggage with us and having to look. Maybe we've shaved back here before, we got ourselves together.
Sean Wood lives this reality every day, using the tight quarters behind the building.
Here's my stuff right here.
He stashes the few belongings he has to his name.
We slept back here, we ate back here, we've prayed back here. Times where things was just too rough for us, or one of us has an overwhelming situation, we've came back here and prayed for each other back here.
The library is at times his only home.
There is a few tables that are normally out here, one, and then there'd be one over here. So this is where I've actually stayed.
Sean has been unhoused since 2017, and this library has become his safe haven. Not only an escape from the harsh weather, but providing him important resources like free Wi-Fi to apply for housing and jobs.
What you been up to?
And introducing him to people who would become instrumental lifelines. He remembers the moment he met Miss Donna.
Would you say she changed your life?
Definitely. I'm so thankful for meeting her, and I'm just so grateful for the way that she embraced me and the things that she's showed. Thanks to her, I used one of those places to get washed and dressed today. They gave me these sneakers. I didn't even have any nice sneakers to wear. They gave me these sneakers today.
Libraries are this safe, stigma-free place where people can go with no resources at all.
Dr. Beth Waller is director of the School of Social Work at the University of North Carolina and studies the importance of libraries in communities.
We see consistently that the top areas of patron need that they're experiencing are homelessness and housing instability, mental health problems, and substance use.
In her research, she noticed an alarming trend during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. It left some of the country's most vulnerable population with nowhere to go.
We saw even more people coming to their library who really were falling through the cracks in other places and needed help and needed resources.
And library staff facing the brunt of growing psychosocial needs.
Libraries are on the front line of homelessness across our country right now. They see the gaps that exist in every community because those are the populations that are coming in their doors.
Thank you so much for coming here for our training day.
Enter Ryan Dowd. He hopes to provide solutions to these challenges.
So I spent most of my career running a large homeless shelter outside of Chicago.
His company focuses on de-escalation training for library staff who interact with individuals experiencing homelessness.
What are some of the key things that you try to teach them when you do these trainings?
A lot of it comes back to empathy. And so a lot of it's helping someone from the middle class to understand someone who's experiencing very, very deep poverty. And then you combine that with, here's the skills to work with someone who might have experienced profound trauma or traumatic brain injury or suffering from schizophrenia. And so it's that combination of empathy combined with skills that's really the game changer. You're wondering.
After working in homeless shelters at the beginning of his career, Dowd discovered the incredible need for training on how to interact with those dealing with hardships.
They don't fit any of our stereotypes of homelessness.
Here in Upper Darby, library staff are learning the proper ways to de-escalate potential situations. Dowd's trainings are used by over 2,000 organizations in 8 different countries.
Do you think that's all in the approach?
When you know how to work with someone, how to de-escalate conflict, how to help somebody through some sort of trauma or whatnot in a way that leaves them some dignity, everybody wins. Humor. No humor during conflict. Doesn't work. Houston Public Library, so a very large library in a very urban core. I think it was 550 of their staff take the training, and they came back later and they said, our problematic behavior dropped by 80%. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
To meet the needs of the public, the president of the American Library Association says libraries need their own needs met. That comes in the form of funding and resources.
On the local level, we've been seeing a lot of budget cuts to libraries. Communities suffer because the library is not open as many hours. There are not as many books and movies and resources available to our communities, and there aren't enough library workers to provide the services that our communities need.
At its core, libraries are about connections, connecting with information, with stories, both new and old. And for Donna and those who frequent the municipal branch, it's about connecting with each other.
I've always volunteered in some capacity, and I've realized that working with the unhoused, that they're some of the smartest, kindest people, and to recognize that this may be your next millionaire, your doctor, just giving them the access to what they need makes a difference.
Our thanks to the people like Donna, and our thanks to Jaclyn for bringing us that.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.